Hi, my name is Beth Ann Simmons, and this is my persuasion speech, my speech number 4 for COM 210. For COM 101, I'm sorry. On the average day, every high schooler spends 42 minutes in the hallways. That's the same time they spend in one period of class. This amount does not include the time spent directly before and after class, whenever students waste time invariably getting their things out of their bags or putting things back in their bags. With the numerous extracurricular activities students are expected to be involved with at school, every minute is important. It is clear that something needs to be altered in the school day schedule for this reason and countless others. Bartholomew Consolidated School Corporation should adopt a block schedule day for all secondary schools. Opponents of block scheduling claim that students' attention spans will not permit them to take in 90 minutes of material. Jeff Lindsay, in his case against block scheduling, produces a list of attention span limitations. He states firstly that longer classes are incompatible with the attention spans of most students. He goes on to say that students' minds will not be able to absorb 90 minutes worth of material because it is seemingly impossible to digest material over that long of a time span. On the contrary, studies have shown that students' comprehension increases as a result of extended periods. In a study compiled by Thomas Short and Yvonne Thayer, they cite a study comprised of suburban high schools that had used block scheduling for 4 years compared to similar teacher-to-student ratios high schools that were on a standard 6 to 7 period schedule. Their findings demonstrate that standardized test scores for those students on an A to B block schedule were higher than those for students in a 6 to 7 period schedule. To explain this a little bit further as to the difference between an A and B block schedule and a 6 to 7 period schedule, I have an example here of an A and B block schedule. This is strictly just an example and doesn't actually show any real high school. But as you can see, the day starts at 8 and ends at 3, and there are 4 periods a day that are A, B, C, and D for day 1. On day 2, it would switch to E, F, G, and H. This cycle would repeat for 10 days. And at the end of 10 days, you would have had every class for the same length of time that you would have had it in a 6 to 7 period schedule. Now, if we look at a 6 to 7 period schedule, you can see that there are 8 periods in a day, each 45 to 42 minutes long, 42 to 45 minutes long, and they're very close together with passing periods in between each. They also noted in the study that the study was done after 4 years, so it's a lot of people, when they cite that students aren't able to take in this much material, do it prematurely before students have been exposed to it for 4 years. Jen Stansberry, writer for the Atlanta Journal, addressed the students' acceptance of the extended periods. Senior Tanil McRae expressed her and her friends' feelings on the new schedule. We all thought it was going to be bad. I'm not somebody who likes to just sit there for 90 minutes, but school goes by much more quickly. You actually interact, you do things. Clearly, researchers such as Lindsay underestimate the ability of students to absorb information. After all, are they not called to digest 8 different lessons in one 7.5-hour day? Is it not unfathomable then that they could just as easily digest 4 lessons in that same time frame? Other defenders of traditional 6 to 7 block schedule or 6 to 7 period day scheduling say that such classes such as math and science will become less productive with double periods. They feel that teachers will not be able to adjust to this new schedule and that they will just expand their normal 42-minute class over 90 minutes. As stated by Stephen Gilmore, a math teacher in Charlotte, North Carolina. He said that classes used to be places where serious learning took place, but under block scheduling, they become no more than glorified play periods. For this math teacher, he was not accustomed to the block scheduling and was, just as I had said before, extending out his 42-minute period over 90 minutes. I concede that if a teacher taught in the same style he had used for 6 to 7 period days, then only half of the amount of learning would occur. But if a teacher would adjust his or her schedule to this extended period, they would find that more instruction time leads to greater flexibility in lesson plans. Too many teachers are unwilling to see that the advantages of extended periods and are tempted to hold on to their archaic teaching methods that they have used in the past. If teachers broaden their thinking, however, and modernize their teaching styles, they would undoubtedly find more time to allow class activities, one-on-one time with students, and more creative learning and more creative teaching devices. Yvette Gilbert, a science teacher and chairwoman of Smithsonian High School, which follows an A and B block schedule, told reporter Sansbury that they do less lecture now and more brain-based kinds of things. The kids do more projects, they integrate more technology, and kids have more time to spend on the technology. In another school, a chemistry teacher proclaims his results of block scheduling. He said it has been the best year of his career. He's been able to lecture, set up the